welcome to my Thursday. What's that noise? Can you hear that humming noise? Could it be the boiler working? How did that happen? So last night, it was about 8:30, I was editing at my desk upstairs and my phone started to ring and I thought, who on earth's that at this time of night? It was the plumber. And he apologised profusely for taking so long to get back to me. He said he's absolutely busy, which I could well believe. And he said, have you tried pressing the reset button? I said, reset button? What's the reset button? He said, it's got an R on it. So lo and behold, there it is. This is a prehistoric boiler, by the way. I was envisaging yesterday that I'd have to have the whole thing replaced, but anyway, he said press that, so I did, and it just worked. I wouldn't have had the confidence to do it, I must admit, because I thought maybe the error reading was because there was something terrible going on with it. So anyway, I did not have to spend the night sleeping on the sofa to be warmer than upstairs after all. I had a very comfortable night, thank you very much. Now, I've got a bit of a problem with this new camera. This lovely new camera, I love it. It has a problem. On one of the audio channels, there is a click every so often, and you haven't heard it because I edit it out. I do a special trickery, which I won't go into because it will bore you all to death. But yeah, you haven't heard it, but it's creating me a bit of extra work while I'm editing to sort those out. And at first I was like, oh, it's only a bit, I can live with it. I did not want to accept the fact the camera needs fixing. Anyway, 3 vlogs in, or 3 days worth of filming in. It's not like coming thick and fast, it's occasional, but it's enough to know that I've got to get the camera sorted. So I rang up the camera centre where I bought the camera from this morning and they said, can you bring it in? We want to hit record on it and just see if we can see the fault in action live. I said, well, I've got some clips because I filmed them on my phone when I was editing, like showing where the clicks were and everything. They said, can you bring it in? And they will have it repaired if there's a problem with it. It's not really suitable to have it replaced because it was a second-hand one, so it's not like there's loads of them on the shelf to just replace it. I don't know if they could replace it, but they said they would definitely repair it if there's a fault, and there's a fault. So I was all primed to go to Cardiff today, but then Izzy rang. Izzy's my daughter, you never see her on the vlogs. But anyway, she has done something to her shoulder, and it's been hurting since apparently Friday or Saturday last week. Her college lecturer or teacher, whatever you want to call them, has recommended that she goes to see a GP today. So Isabel's in a little bit of a panic about this. She's miles and miles away because she commutes to college and stays with my dad during the week to go there. So she's registered with the GP up here. So she's going to have to travel a lot to get to it. But they couldn't guarantee that she'd be seen in person, but they said she'll be called back by a GP and they will talk it through on the phone and then decide what to do. She's supposed to be working this evening as well. She doesn't want to ring in sick because she's already rung in sick 3 times with skin infections so far. So it's not looking good. The record is already, you know, not looking great. But I think she's getting her skin infections because she's doing too many hours personally, and the dermatologist agreed as well yesterday. But anyway, so there's that. So we're kind of in limbo because I was going to head down to Cardiff and sort the camera, but I don't know if my daughter's coming here and might want accompanying to the GP. She could go on her own. I just feel like it's a motherly thing to do to take her. She's capable of going on her own. But I don't know. Anyway, I'll see. But also, I've got one of my big ASDA deliveries due any second now. So when that comes, I will show you what I got. Aha, one of the complications that might have stopped me going from Cardiff has come already. I was waiting in for my flute mic to come from Amazon, so let's get into that. I won't be able to try it out today because I don't have a PA system or anything. Ooh. Try not to cut the surface, Emma. Yeah, I don't have anything to plug it into with speakers. So we'll try it out at the gig. And I'll take my old one just in case as backup. I can't get into it. Here we are. Ooh. Oh gosh, it's called something like Featherlight or Microlight or something like that. And it is, apparently. The Featherlight Sea Flute Pickup Gooseneck by Myers Pickups. I can't believe how light that is. It makes me feel like it's not going to work. I'm used to a big heavy battery pack on my belt. I didn't actually check if I had to put batteries in it or if the battery was inbuilt. Where's the windshield? Oh, there's more stuff in here, that's why. Oh, right, you might need to give me a minute with this. Well, they thought this through all right. They've got this QR code and it comes on a sticker and you scan it and you can get any help or support you need, like in the way of tutorial videos and instructions, stuff like that. So you put it on your instrument case, your flute case. And there we are, you've always got it at your gigs. Yeah, apparently it does have a battery. It says it might have slipped during transit and to check it's in position, so it's got one in there. So I need to get a screwdriver and get that open and have a look, see what sort it is and whether it's something I need to have, you know, replacements for in my bag. I'm not going to get into it now because I'm waiting for ASDA to come and I'm still not sure if I'm going to Cardiff or not. I'm waiting to hear from Izzy. I've just opened the door to show you the weather and in about 1 second loads and loads of raindrops are coming in. It was hailing just now. It stopped as soon as I got the camera out. ASDA man's here. You'll see that. ASDA van outside my window. It's about to knock. I better go let him in. I've laid everything out and we now have hail bashing against the door and we also have thunder intermittently. Probably lightning, but I haven't noticed it in the daylight. Oh my goodness, can you hear that? What a day. Do I really want to go to Cardiff in this? Anyway, I'm going to start with the frozen things because I need to put them away in the freezer. Quorn mince was £2.30 for that bag, which is 300 grams. Now, curiously, the same weight, but Quorn pieces was £1.40, so nearly £1 less. And if I'd have really been sort of on it, I would have just got 2 of these instead, to be honest. Also, in the frozen department, 90p each for these cheese and tomato pasta ready meals. I just got a couple of chilled items, but here they are. For £2.75, I've got Cauldron's Lincolnshire sausages. They are vegetarian. For £1, I think that is such good value. Look at the size of that pot. £1 for all that natural live bio yoghurt. Now, these were on some sort of multi-buy. If I hadn't bought them on multi-buy, it would have been £2.65 each. But I think they were less than that, and I can't remember what the price was. Apologies. For £3, I got this mature cheddar. Now then, loo roll. ASDA did a bit of a naughty with this one. I ordered a 24 pack of Andrex, which would have been £10.95. 24 for £10.95. But this was a substitution and for £9.50. So, you know, not that much less. I get 12 rolls. I wasn't really on it when I checked that substitution. I wasn't looking at numbers. I was looking at brand. So yeah, I should have had twice as many for like £1 something more. So not pleased about that. But never mind, I accepted it, so it's my own fault. Fanta, £3.50 for a multi-pack of 8, which works out at roughly 44p a can, which is cheaper than buying them loose when you're out. So I put one in the bag, chilled. For 15 cans of Heineken, it was £16.50, which works out at £1.10 per can. Now then, moving on, this is the last lot really. It wasn't a massive shop today. For 55p each, I got this unsweetened ASDA's own soy milk. Now, I tell you what, the old pro and I've gone up. It was £1.93 roughly for these each now. I got 6 and it came to £11.60. Oof. The coffee, which the milk is going to go in, was £3 for a packet of decaffeinated. And that was £2.50 for non-decaffeinated. I bought 2 decaf and 1 caff. That's kind of the proportion I drink it in, to be honest. I got a Quality Street tub for my daughter. That was £4. They're cheaper in Tesco's. If you use a club card, actually, they were £3.50, I think. Mushroom soup. It's my favourite soup, so I just always get the same one. They were 55p a can and I got 3. I bought these peppers. Peppers are still a good price, £1.25 for 3. Mushrooms, that was 95p for 3 massive flat cap mushrooms. The celery, yummy, a staple of my fridge, 55p. Mild and delicate courgettes, 80p for 2. The broccoli was 69p. These were a substitution. I wanted potato cakes. There's always an issue with potato cakes, but they were a substitution. I accepted them and they were 85p each. Aubergine, 80p. And last of all, I got 2 big bottles of Vimto that I did not want to be carrying back from the shops, and they worked out at £2.50 each. I've decided I'm not going to go to Cardiff today. The thing is, if I'm going to go, I want to go earlier in the day so I can leave the camera with them for a good amount of time and then hopefully collect it back the same day. But then that said, they might want to hang on to it for the repair. I don't want to be without it. I don't want to go back to my old, you know, my old images. It's like getting a new pair of glasses and like everything's all clear and then having to go back to your old glasses again. It's kind of a bit what it's like. Anyway, in spite of having all those lovely fresh veggies in the fridge now, what do I fancy for lunch? Crumpets and mushroom soup out of a tin. So that is what I am having, and I put cheese slices on the crumpets and they're starting to melt. It's so dark in here, it's ridiculous. It's about 2:30 in the afternoon. My daughter's just rung. She's finally had her phone consultation from the doctor. The doctor thinks it's tendinitis and has prescribed rest and also an anti-inflammatory gel. I can't imagine it won't make her skin sting, but she said she wants to give it a go anyway. So I've said, right, I'll go and pick that up from the doctor's this afternoon and go and take it to the chemist to get it. In the meantime, I'm going to practice my flute. I won't film it, but I'm going to go and do an hour on my flute in the cellar first, just to give the doctor a chance to sort of process it all, and so I don't turn up there so we can wet from the rain and then have to go home again and go back later. So that's how I'm timing things. As you can see, it's still absolutely horrible out there. What? We have hail again. Look, I'm trying to, you know, not get distracted here, but how can I not get distracted when the weather's doing this? It's incredibly interesting to watch. Like, ooh, starting to go very... Oh, that was lightning then. Did you see that? I'm going to get some thunder now. Oh, look, it's starting to... Oh, it's all over my mat. Oh my goodness, I should probably shut the door. Oh look, I'll tell you what, it's starting to really flow, isn't it? Look. Goodness gracious me. This is my mat right now. That's just come on so quickly. Oh dear. I might just get a broom and sweep that up quickly into a pan, yeah, while it's still solid. Well, I can't say I've ever done this before. Got that much. We were supposed to have this storm on Monday, not today. I've picked up Isabel's prescription from the doctor and off to the chemist now. It is absolutely peeing down the rain. Look at those all worn out. I remember filming these at the start of the pandemic when they're all fresh and new. They're worn out now. Well, I have to wait half an hour to get the prescription, so I've just sort of wandered into Home Bargains. I was talking about getting tinned pink salmon the other day, and I wanted to tell you how much it cost. Well, it's $3.99 for 3 tins. Do you know, I might pick some up while I'm here. Just so nice in sandwiches. It was absolutely jam-packed in the pharmacy. Loads and loads of people in there waiting, all sort of spaced out. Everyone's got into the habit of being spaced out now since the pandemic, so it's like evenly spaced, like a flash mob waiting to start or something, you know, but it wasn't. There's just people waiting for their prescriptions. It's lovely and quiet in here at this time though. 85p, that pasta. Yeah, I could do with some pasta actually. Pop that in. I didn't mean to come shopping. I did pick up a plastic bag though, it's in there. I didn't bring my cotton one because it looked like it was going to rain, and oh it did. My little girl is coming home tonight and she's going to stay at home tomorrow and she's going to rest. The doctor didn't say how long to rest for, but presumably till it stopped hurting, I suppose. I'm running a bit short of olive oil actually, apart from my emergency bottle in the cellar. £4.39, I'm sure that's gone up, you know. Good stuff though. Ah, pepper, do you know, I've been meaning to get some for ages. Should I get that one? 75p. Lasts me ages, I don't use a lot of pepper. But I've been out for so long, I just keep forgetting to get it. I'm going to splurge a little and get a couple of ginger beers. There's a 49p a can. Oh, and I can only lift one at a time apparently. My tiny little hands. I haven't even started my Christmas shopping, really. I think I've got 3 little things and that's it. I haven't actually made a concerted start, and I'm, you know, getting to the point where I'm starting to feel the pressure a bit. So I think we might have some Christmas shopping vlogs coming up quite soon. Mind you, I'm tempted to do quite a bit online. I finally got that prescription. We've got the whole water running down the road thing happening again. It's absolutely raining like crazy. I've just got back in through the door. That weather is extreme. Can you hear it? It's hailing again, I think. Just started just after I got in. Yeah, we had thunder and lightning coming home. Oh my goodness. Anyway, yeah, I've got a prescription. As I said earlier, I've got a feeling it will flare her skin up, so I think she's going to have to try it tentatively. But she seems determined to give it a go. It's about 5:05 now, pitch black out, deserted streets because everyone's like, I'm not going out in that weather. Apart from everybody in the chemist at once for some reason. That seemed to be the hot spot of the area. I am going to settle down with a hot drink and do some editing for a little while now and speak to you a bit later. It's the evening and look what I'm cooking myself. Try not to get too close. I don't want splashes of oil on my lens. But it's the pierogi. I've fried in some whole plum tomatoes, some mushrooms and chopped up pepper and some garlic and a bit of soy sauce in with it. I've deliberately made myself too much in case my daughter changes her mind and wants some food when she gets in, but she said she doesn't need feeding. Anyway, thank you so much for watching this video. Please give it a like if you liked it, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!